Hi there, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning viewer, and I would also like to give a big welcome to everybody that is new or has stumbled upon my little knitting corner here on the internet, so thank you. I would also like to thank everybody that left a wonderful comment to me last video. It really meant just so much to me to hear from everybody. The encouragement, also advice, you know, just everything. It literally just, it made my heart feel very warm and whole, I guess, inside, if that makes any sense. I don't know what I did to deserve such kindness, and thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. But yeah, this will also be another short video, mostly because I've been very monogamous on my knitting. You'll see some of my more active projects or active whips in this one that I've been working on, which has just been mostly 3 things. But I still have all of my other whips kind of sitting around, and the little, I have one of these little coffee tables with little cubby holes, and so I have like one designated to all of my yarn, so when I'm actually able to sit and knit, I can just pull it out and knit on whatever's there. And so these ones have just been what's been filling up my heart with joy, and I felt like, you know what, there's no pressure for me to ever only work on the things that I feel like I have to and feel like chores in a way. It's like I want to knit right now on what is making me happy and bringing me joy in my life. And these things have most definitely been doing that. And one of these items has been such a palette cleanser for me, where it's just giving me so much motivation. And so I'll be talking about that in a moment. Unfortunately, I don't have any finished objects. One is almost done though, in my whip, so I don't know if that technically counts as a half finished object or not. I don't know. But anyway, let's get into the whips. As many of you know that are returning viewers, I've been working on a temperature blanket this entire year. So it's an annual project, and I will be pretty much every single day I look at the high temperature for the day on my weather app, and according to, let me grab it, it's underneath it, according to my chart here that I've made, depending on the high temperature of the day, I plug in that color. So like for instance, today, I believe it was 61 degrees or 62 degrees for a high. So I'll be using this dark olive color today. Exciting news. I got to use a couple of my really favorite colors on here. I was very excited. But we did have a cooler system come in from the west. So it is quite foggy today. It's drizzly, damp. I kind of enjoy it, but kind of reminds me of Washington a bit. But anyway, here's the temperature blanket as of right now. I got to use some orange, y'all. Oh my goodness, I could not believe that. So, oh my gosh, it is absolutely gorgeous. So I believe it's about right here. this light green row. It's starting to get really heavy. This light green row here was May 1st, and so this was actually yesterday's color, this mustard, but I was running a little behind today. So I figured at the end, whenever I kind of catch y'all up on what's been going on, I can sit and put in this row for today. So this is what's gonna be today's color. But yeah, it is getting huge and heavy. But yeah, I haven't measured mine yet. I think I did that like back in February. I think February I measured it, but it is looking so cool, y'all. You can see where it was like winter and then it's like transitioning into this spring right in here. The dark blue, if y'all don't know and y'all are new here, that was a blizzard week that we had here in North Dakota. So there's a big blue bold stripe. I will never forget what that stripe is for. But anyway, it started getting warmer. I got to use so much mustard. I'm so excited. As y'all can tell, I love mustard colors. I just love it. I love earthy tones, but I also I've noticed that I've always thought that I was more neutrals and stuff, but I do actually have quite a bit of color, like even just this kimono type light cover. It's this really pretty blue and white, but anyway, I've noticed that I feel like I tend to go for like mauves, of course. I love a dusty pink, a dusty rosy red. Pretty much I love red in any hue, so it could be a really saturated red, or it could be muted into a pink, into a light, pastel pink. I love that range, but I also love the yellows. So I'm really happy to get to wear this. This is just, honestly, I think it's a beach cover-up. But anyway, I love mustard, and so I was so happy to get to use the mustard here. And then I got to actually use some orange for a couple of days. So that made me really happy. It's coming together quite well, I will say. I love the stitch on it. The stitch that I'm doing for crochet is called the linen stitch. I know I've mentioned that before, but again, for any new viewers out there that are curious, I even forgot how many I chained on. I think it was like 200 something, but you can go back to my episode 1 or 2 and I explain it a little bit more thoroughly. But this is a project my mom and I are doing together. And she's actually doing well, so anybody that is curious about how my mom's doing, she's doing all right. Her and my dad got their RV and they've been, doing their thing. Not super traveling around, but they've been just, enjoying their time with the grandkids over in Washington. And seeing my sister and brother and their, partners and all of that good stuff. But yeah, so there's my temperature blanket. The next thing I worked on, and I actually posted a picture on my Instagram of this. This is the Calla shawl that I'm talking about. And I actually got done with all of the first section of the motif. And I think it is absolutely gorgeous. So pretty much what happened is because last time I filmed, I believe I was down here still. So I went through all of this, not last week, but the week before, like pretty much the rest of the week from when I posted the video, and I posted a picture of this on my Instagram. And I absolutely love this project. I cannot tell you, how nice. Sorry if you hear my needles clicking together. These are the Knitter Pride Royals, I think they are. They're wood, so they look like the carbons, but they're the wood and metal tip ones. I used to have a whole set, but I think I'm not a huge fan of these, I'll say. I think that the different fixtures here to the cord, I feel like it catches a little bit, so they're not my favorite, but You know, I won't even lie, my other 7s in my Lick needle set, the ones that I would prefer to knit with, are actually on another project. I really need to go through my whips and really just like have a sit down session and be like, am I going to work on this? Can I take the cord and needles back? Because, you know, anyway, I digress. This is the shawl though. Absolutely love it. The yarn is lovely. Again, it is not crunchy, even though it has like the glitters in it. And I really don't know if y'all can see the glitter in this at all. But there is this strand of little glittery, whoops, actually one just fell off. I don't even know if y'all can see this. But there's like these little strands of these like iridescent-y, like, I don't know, little strands of glitter. It kind of makes it look all sparkly and stuff, but they're not crunchy, so they're actually pretty nice to work with, you know, with this yarn, and I'm very happy with it. I'm looking forward to putting in some more work on it as well. But once I made good progress on that, I was like, you know what? I'll be able to show that on my next video. That way y'all can see like the motif of it, because I think it really is beautiful. I love that. And then I was like, you know what? I really want to start working on other things, just kind of like dabble here, dabble there, because that was like a good couple of days working on that, I think, just to get good amount of progress done on it, because it does, with shawls, it tends to grow. So those rows get pretty tiresome. But other than that, I'll save that for a moment. I started working on the Musselburgh hat, and again, this one you may not be able to see a ton of progress on because it is such fine yarn and small needles that what seems to me to be a good couple days of work really isn't showing in length of what I've done. But again, I put in probably another good inch on it. So this is where I'm at, and it's starting to look more like a hat. It looks like I'm just past the crown. It's starting to even out now, but here's my little mushroom marker. And so I've gotten about another inch done. So even though that's a good couple of hours for me, during a couple of days of work, it looks like I didn't get too much done on it, even though I felt like I put in like all of my extra time on it. But it is a beautiful yarn, and it is so soft. Oh my gosh, like, and it even smells so good. I love the smell of a woolly wool. And this is, I believe it's Cascade Yarns, the Alpaca Lace, and I'm holding it double to make my Muscleburgh hat. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's 2 strands here. Oh, they're so tiny because it is a lace. I'm not even going to worry, but you can see that there's 2 strands there. And so I'm knitting these, I believe, on 1.5 needles. Yeah, 1.5 US, and it's a 2.5 millimeter, in case you're wondering or curious. And I believe I'm making, I forgot if it was the large or extra large. I'll put it on the screen. I can't remember at the moment. But I'm making this hat for Brad, and this is going to be the neutral side. I'm going to just continue working it as the pattern says, and then at a midpoint, I'm going to switch over to this bright orange yarn. And if you want to look at that, if you go to the last video that I had with my mom, I forgot which episode that was. I'll put it on the screen also. If you go to that video, you can see the exact yarn I'm talking about, but it's a bright orange, like neon orange, and it is so pretty. It kind of matches the mushroom here. I don't know if it's gonna like show its true color, because it's kind of showing up a little darker, because in real life it's like neon orange. But anyway, made a little bit of progress on that. I will also take this moment to tell y'all that I actually got the job. So I went to interview and it was at Lowe's. So here in America, it is a hardware store. And so I will be a cashier there part-time, just something to get me out of the house and something to do. I feel like I've always either worked in retail or as a receptionist or cashier. Like I know how to do it. It's simple. It'll get me out of the house and get me on my feet. I'll be moving around a bit more, and it'll feel good to be getting my paycheck and being able to contribute to the family or the house or apartment in our case, but just like being able to contribute. I would really like that feeling. Anyway, so I'm very excited about it. Tomorrow is actually my first day. So I'm hoping that after my shift I can do a little bit more editing on this video and actually be able to post it still on Wednesday. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm very hopeful about the position. But yeah, I bring it up because I'm going to be using this as like my break time knit, because I won't be having like full 8-hour shifts because I will be part-time. Excuse me. But I figured, if I get the 15-minute break, every so often, I can plug in a little bit before I had to go back. So anyway, that'll be my little work knitting that I do. And my last work in progress, I have actually, I got done with that section in the Calla shawl, and I just kept thinking about how, summer will be here soon. And y'all probably just saw some color, so if y'all have seen any of my videos, y'all may know exactly what yarn that was. But I just finally thought, what, it's gonna be summer soon. Also, at Lowe's, it is a pretty casual dress code, so I'd be able to wear this at the job, hopefully. So anyway, without further ado, I am working on the Ankers summer shirt, I believe, by PetiteKnit, and I am in love with it. Oh my gosh, I am so in love. I've been working on this legit monogamously ever since I finished the section on the Calla shawl, and I worked a little bit on that hat, and then I was like, you know what, I need something that's, stockinette, mostly stockinette, but on a little bit bigger needle, and this was it. And the yarn, it is Modern Cotton by Berroco, and oh my gosh, it is so soft, and it has like a squishiness to it. It's a cotton and rayon blend yarn. I'll link it down below, but it is so cozy. And I am actually, because I am a tighter knitter, I am and I'm working with the same needle that the pattern suggests. I believe it's a size 6. I upped the size to a large after swatching, and I've already taken the swatch out or I would have shown it, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough of it. So anyway, because the swatch went into a little bit of the sleeves to use that up. But anyway, it is so nice. So with my gauge, I went up a size to a large because I'm a tight knitter, but I just kept with the size 6 needles. I guess I could have done the medium and upped to a 7, but then I would have had to re-swatch for that, and I was like, you know what, I did the math and I can just upsize a little bit, and it actually fits very well. And I'm assuming that after washing, it'll maybe stretch a tiny bit, which I won't necessarily mind, but it is absolutely beautiful. I am so happy. I've already gotten the 2 sleeves done. That is something I do like to do with all of the sweaters I make for myself anyway. And actually, I think I've done that with some of Brad's sweaters. I've made him. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. But one thing I do like to do with sweaters is whenever I split for the sleeves, I will knit like maybe an inch or so on the body, and then once I'm to a kind of a comfortable spot, you know, I will put these stitches on hold, so I put little stoppers on here. And then I went ahead and just did the sleeves, especially since these were short sleeves. I just went ahead and just knit them up real fast. Super easy. The sleeves I got done in like a day and a half because I don't get to knit all the time, but I absolutely love it. And I do feel like whenever I do the sleeves first and try it on, I feel like I get a better, I don't know, better idea of how long to do the body, I guess, because I've made sweaters for myself in the past where I do it like the pattern says. I split and then I finish the body and then I do the sleeves, and then for some reason whenever I do the sleeves it always seems to kind of ride up just a tiny bit from just the way that it wears on me, and then it by doing that it pulls the body up a little bit, and the sleeves always end up a tiny bit too short. So ever since I started doing the sleeves first, trying it on, making sure it's a little longer, and sometimes I always just add like an extra ½ inch to an inch on sleeves because I have really long arms. You know, I find that I get a better fit, and then once I tried this on with the sleeves on, it gives me a better idea for how long I want the body to be, which I'm thinking at the moment I may be going maybe like 22 centimeters. I'm not too sure because I kind of like the idea of it being slightly cropped, but I may make it just a tiny bit longer to do a French tuck into jeans. I don't know yet. I don't know. I may make it just a tiny bit longer since I'm planning on wearing this at work. But yeah, it is gorgeous. I'm so happy about it. And I was talking to my mom actually the other day, and I was showing her the, project and how it's going. And I told her that I wouldn't mind making her one. So we talked about it, and then pretty much we got some yarn from yarn.com or webs. And so she is getting the same type of yarn, so Berroco modern cotton, but she picked a beautiful color. And offhand I'm spacing on it. I'll put it on the screen because I can't remember at the moment, but I'll be making her one out of that. And I believe that is all of the active whips I've been working on. My other whips that I've shown before, like Brad's cabled sweater, I just never got the chance to actually work on it because honestly, I was very happy working on that shawl. I thought it was so beautiful, and it still is. I love doing the different little cables in there, the textured stitch, the broken rib stitch that's in there. I love doing the little yarn overs. It's very nice, and as a process knitter, I love all of that. I love the entire process of that shawl, and I'm very happy to be able to wear that whenever it is finished. I am loving the Muscleburgh hat for a little bit of a palette cleanser, even though it does make my hands ache a tiny bit after a while because it's so small. But I am loving this one, and those things have been bringing me so much joy and have been taking up every spare ounce of time that I have that's available for knitting. And so I figure, you know what, I'll just keep doing that, and this will honestly, I will more than likely have this done by the next episode because it is flying off of my needles. So I will hopefully be able to wear this next time I film. But those are the reasons why I haven't been able to really work on his cabled sweater. So I'm kind of thinking by the time I'm done with this Ankers shirt, depending on when the yarn comes in that me and my mom got, I may be casting hers on, and then poor Brad's sweater may be waiting until August or warmer weather. I don't know. I'll be working on it though here and there, but I feel like I only really want to show that whenever I've actually made some good progress on it. The bunny I'm making for Mavis, that's still underway. Again, I just did not have time to work on it at all, even though it's honestly, there's not much left to do on it. I just need to make another ear and then do like the body and legs and all of that. It's gonna be easy to do. I've just been busy playing with my other things. I'm trying to think. No. Well, I mean, I guess I can show this. This is a work in progress. It's just cross stitching, and I know that I've mentioned cross stitching before and how I really enjoy it, and I thought, hey, this would be a great moment to show something I've actually been working on for a little bit. So I've been working on this one for, I think I've had this in like my little drawer that has my cross stitching for at least over a year, but I just think it's really cute. In my bedroom, or in our bedroom, I have a beautiful watercolor of like this witchy lady and her black cat in her little apothecary type kitchen, and then I have this really beautiful like illustrated bee that was, I believe, a birthday card or something. And then I also have this really funky looking sheep that is knitting themselves like a sweater, but they're knitting it from wool off of them at the same time. I'm hoping to make this to put on the wall to kind of make a gallery wall. But anyway, I've made a little bit of progress on this. Haven't worked on it in quite some time, mind you, but I did want to show it that this is something I have been working on, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. It's super fast and easy because honestly there's not many colors in this. It is just a simple like palette. So making some decent progress. I'm very happy with it. So that's all for whips right now. I guess I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've been working on that I haven't shown. I don't think so. Yeah, so I would like to say thank you to everybody tuning in. I am about to start the segment where I'm kind of gonna catch y'all up on the things that have been going on in my life, if you care to listen. So if that is not your cup of tea, then I will see you next time with hopefully a finished project and a little bit more, I don't know, fun stuff going on in my work in progresses. But other than that, I will see y'all next time. And for everybody else that is interested in, you know, sitting down with me, talking and seeing, you know, what's been going on in my life, grab a cup of tea or coffee or whatever beverage you would like, and grab some knitting or crochet or cross stitch for that matter, and join me for just a little chatty bit. Hello, thank you for sitting down with me and hanging out and all of that good stuff. Sorry if you can hear my air conditioner, by the way, it just popped on. So if you hear a humming or a fan noise, that is what it is. But yeah, what's been going on? I have been doing a lot of monogamous knitting, as I've said earlier. But yeah, actually, hold on one moment. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for holding tight there. Yeah, I just had to use the ladies' room real quick. Sorry. But yeah, pretty much what's been going on in my life is I have been experimenting with newer recipes and healthier ones at that, and so I've pretty much just been playing around with the same ones. I actually yesterday made ribs for the very first time, which some of you may be like, what? But for quite some time I didn't like eat like meat, or anything. Like, I know for a period of time in my earlier 20s I was vegetarian and then I turned vegan, but I don't know, it's just, I'm very good at making salads and I can get quite creative with them, but I don't know, it's just over the years, I noticed for myself nutritionally I did need to add meat back into my diet. It's just my own personal thing. I'm sorry if anyone disagrees with that. It's just, I'm doing what's best for me, and I hope that everybody else is doing whatever is best for yourself. But other than that, I made ribs for the very first time yesterday, and it was actually quite fun. I didn't do it in like a actual, what are they called? Grills or smokers. I just used my slow cooker setting on my Ninja like pressure cooker air fryer thing, which, oh, that's new. I actually forgot to say something about that. I bought this Ninja brand XL pressure cooker, but it has like the air fryer function on it. It has a slow cooker on there. You can sous vide on there. You can make yogurt in it. I mean, it is a pretty cool thing. It's very similar to like an Instant Pot. If you know of Instant Pot, it's more or less that, just a different brand. So yeah, I made some ribs in it, and then I pretty much took, was it the avocado? Yeah, I have avocado oil and I brushed that on there, and then I have a sweet heat seasoning kind of rub that I put on the fronts and backs and in the creases, and then I pretty much just took some barbecue sauce I had in the fridge, and I took a little brush, brushed it on there, put them in the slow cooker, put those on low for 7 hours. When those were ready, I pulled them out and I laid them on a flat sheet, and I put pretty much the rest of the bottle of barbecue sauce on them, because it was a half bottle of like this stuff that I got for chicken tenders one day. Anyway, I put the rest of that on the top, and I put it under the broiler on high until it really caramelized and bubbled the barbecue sauce on them. Turned out really good. I was very happy with that. Made some sweet potato wedges that I also coated in the avocado oil with some of the sweet heat seasoning, just so they kind of blended together on flavors. Yeah, it was overall pretty good. Yesterday, Brad and I also went to Walmart and got the mega stuffed Oreos. Don't judge me. They're so good. So we kind of spoiled ourselves yesterday because of the holiday today, which is Memorial Day here in America. So Brad has the day off. He's actually being so sweet right now. He's in the living room listening to his YouTube shows on his headphones just so the noise wouldn't be in the back of the video. He's so sweet. But yeah, yesterday we went on a really long walk just around, not even our neighborhood, because we went quite far. We got in our 10,000 steps for sure, but it was really nice. Even though it wasn't like a sunny day, it wasn't cold either or rainy, so we just thought it would be fun to go and get some fresh air, and it was a lot of fun. It was a very nice day yesterday. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what we've been watching lately. We on Netflix have been watching a show called Mindhunter. So I don't know how many of you out there may be interested in like serial killers or like crime, things like that, but I really do enjoy like true crime type of shows, and this one is very interesting. It's different than other cop shows. It's very much psychological based. It's like kind of based on psychology of why serial killer is a serial killer, perhaps. It's a very interesting show. I don't want to give too much away. Also, we're only on like the 4th episode, so I really don't know too much of what's going to be happening, but that's the gist of it so far in the show. It is very good. I would say anybody that is interested in anything like that would really enjoy this show. If, maybe some more, I mean, it's not like a bloody show, but I mean, it is for mature audiences. I will say that right away. It is most definitely a mature audience type of show, but if you're also not into seeing any kind of exposed people's bodies, either living or deceased, probably not going to be your show. If you don't like seeing any type of, crime photos from the scene of a crime involving a person in a certain situation, then maybe not your show. But if you are interested in true crime type of things, and majority of the show is more on, these main 2 characters and psychology, give it a go. Other than that, we have been watching Formula One, which, if anybody out there has watched the Monaco Grand Prix, I'm so happy, y'all. Oh my gosh, I was so happy that Sergio won. I was so happy with that. I mean, I was sad for Charles, because he is native born there in Monaco, and so he actually got to start in first at the beginning of the race, and then just strategy calls and things just led him to finish, I believe, 4th on the final. Yeah, it was pretty sad, but I mean, I am happy that Sergio got to win. That was pretty amazing. We watched the Indy 500 yesterday, so that was fun also. We're very into racing. It's just kind of like a fun thing for us to watch. Trying to think of any other shows we've been particularly watching. Oh, we did recently watch the movie 1917. We bought the Blu-ray disc from Best Buy, an electronics store here in America, and it was a really good movie. It was very good. The way that they filmed it made it look like it was done in one whole shot, so no clips, no cuts, and then different scene entirely. It looks like it is all in unison. Like, it is amazing movie. It's been out for a while. Like, it's not like a brand new movie or anything. It's just that we're watching it a little late. But yeah, it was fun. We also watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by Quentin Tarantino, the director. Very good movie. Has Brad Pitt and Leo DiCaprio in there. Great movie. I think Dakota Fanning is also in that movie. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of who else is in there. It's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I think that if you're interested at all in like kind of Hollywood, old Hollywood, 70s, 60s era, you would probably really enjoy the movie. It can at times be a little, I don't want to say gory, because it's not really gory like a horror movie, but like there's some violence. There's violence in there, so if that's not your thing, you may not want to watch it, but it's a great movie nonetheless. If you think Brad Pitt's a good-looking man, you get to see him shirtless. I will say that. It was very nice. I can appreciate, that, but trying to think if there's really anything else I've been up to other than just kind of taking care of the apartment. Like I've said before, I am very into cleaning. I love cleaning and making things tidy. I think it actually helps with my anxiety a little bit, because if things are kind of in chaos around the house, I feel like uneasy a little bit, I guess. So just like getting everything tidied up, getting chores done, it keeps me busy, and then it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable in the space. So been doing that. Yeah. Oh, we've been working out a lot more. I've actually been doing a lot of strength training, which is new to me. I've always been the type of person to do cardio, mostly like running, but now with my knee the way it is, my right knee, I have Slaughter in there, and it's a pretty advanced form of it. It just hurts too bad for me to run anymore, but I am able to walk, so I do a lot of walking, or I get onto the elliptical, and that seems to be pretty, easy going on my knee, but I still get a good cardio workout from it. But yeah, I've been doing more strength training, and that's really exciting because I've done a little bit of like Pilates. I've done some yoga. I haven't done yoga in forever. I should maybe start doing that again. But no, I started doing really cool stuff. I'm following a program, and some of the things I've done, I didn't even know I had muscles. Because let me clarify, I know I have muscles, they're just not like strong muscles, I guess. I haven't worked them enough to actually, I finally have been able to train up to a point where I can do at least 1 to 3 regular standard push-ups. Put it that way, I have such horrible upper body strength that I've only ever been able to do assisted type push-ups where my knees are on the ground, or vice versa. Or doing it against a countertop. I just have really bad upper body strength, but this is actually making me feel pretty good. I feel like I'm getting some more tone in there, and some more it feels really nice. I feel good that I'm feeling strong, So yeah, that's been really exciting. So we've been eating a lot more healthy lately. We actually, one day we did salmon, and we also did cod one day. So we're adding a little bit more fish into our diet, which I really love because I love a good cod and salmon. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to, is cleaning, working out, knitting, crocheting, watching movies. Yeah, and I'm honestly a little nervous about tomorrow. I shouldn't be. I know everything will be fine, but it's just the anxiety in me. I'm like, oh God, what if I mess up? But I know that everything will be okay. I'm just really excited. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to when the yarn my mom and I looked at comes in the mail, because I'll be able to show all of you that. The yarn is just absolutely beautiful. But I also got 2 skeins of some Noro that I won't go into too deep of detail about. I'll actually probably save that for next video. But I will say it is beautiful yarn. Beautiful yarn. It is kind of a darker red, browny kind of color, but it has these beautiful twisted flecks of color throughout the skeins. And I'm planning on making a top out of that. So tune in next time to hear some more about that, and hopefully I have the yarn in hand. Hopeful thoughts. So yeah, let me know down below what you're currently working on. I would love to hear about that. Let me know about any good shows or movies that you also have liked watching recently. I would love to hear about that. But otherwise, if you liked the video, give it a like down below. Leave me comments. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so. It helps, it helps me. Also, giving it a like also helps it, through the algorithm of of YouTube, it'll, get out there to where more people can see the content. So But again, this is just a hobby for me. I'm just getting on to have fun, share with everybody what I've been working on, all of that good stuff. But I will see you not next week, but the week after. And I am so excited to be feeling better. Also, I will mention that at the end of last video, I was speaking about my depression, and the veil has lifted for now, so I am feeling much better. My affirmations that I've been doing have been helping too. I never knew that just doing little things like that would help, but they seem to be helping quite a bit for me. But yeah, thank you all for staying here and listening to me just chit chat. I adore all of you so much. I really wish that I had something to give to you guys. Like, it just means the world to me that y'all, are coming by and listening to what I have to say. It just warms my heart so much, and I appreciate it. I just see y'all as my friends. Thank you. I love hearing from y'all. And I will see you next time. Have a great day and a great week.